So there was this moment at 10 a.m. on Monday when all of a sudden the whole thing sprung to life, and you heard sounds coming from all these different rooms in different directions, and you realized, oh, this is happening right now.
The Blackbird Creative Lab is so much more than we could have hoped for. I could have used something like this back in the day. My musical education was very, very strict and very classical. It was always spoon-fed to me and dictatorial. I was probably 16 years old before anybody asked me what my opinion was about the piece that I was playing. Like, well, what do you want to do with this phrase? And I remember just being really scared and confused and thinking, well, aren't you supposed to tell me that? Are you my teacher? I really didn't see another option besides an orchestra job. It seemed safe, it seemed attainable, but I quickly felt like I was, stuck in a loop. I didn't know how to break out of it. I thought the answer was to take more auditions. But I also found that I couldn't motivate myself because I was like, well, maybe it's just going to be more of this. And what's the point of leaving this if I'm going to another loop that's exactly the same? If there had been a place like this where I could go to both be inspired and learn practical tools, it would have been so meaningful to me.
Early in our career as Eighth Blackbird, there were a lot of things we had to figure out on our own. And there were a lot of things that we had to figure out how to do ourselves because other people didn't think that they could be done, or there was no pre-existing framework. So you figure out a problem as you encounter it. We anticipated, of course you try to anticipate, but with little experience you can't possibly, right? You run, you hit a pothole and you pivot and redirect and figure something out and go and keep moving. We look back on that time 20 years later, and we see the areas where we wish we had known more at that time, where we wish someone had told us something then rather than us taking 15 years to figure it out on our own. That is what drives us to create a program like this now to provide that kind of support to younger people.
We really thought about the 30 fellows that we were bringing here in a curatorial way. Not just, these are great performers, so we're going to put them in a place and see what happens, but that these are people who are not just great performers, but they also have incredible ideas. And maybe we can start to help them sort out how to make those things happen. The Blackbird Creative Lab is a place where you can have these wild ideas and have space and time to see if they're great or not. You really are being placed and becoming a part of a community of people that don't think it's that crazy. If you're looking for people who share your excitement for what you do, for your craft, for your artwork, if you're looking to become a part of that community, if that's not something that you have been able to find, we are so happy to have you here.